Yo, what's going on? What's up, everybody? So, right now we're working on the hard body. We finally got the engine ready to go in the truck, as you guys saw already in the last video. I don't know if I'm gonna make just one long video because I have a bunch of stuff I've been doing on the truck. I'll make a one long video, just multiple videos. Oh, we'll see. But right now, Destiny is spraying everything down with some degreaser so we can get it all pressure washed or sprayed off and cleaned up. The frame, firewall, tubs, all that. I'm not gonna do this side yet. I'm gonna do all this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and move the bag up the harness and everything, do all that. And I gotta try and address this situation here. I don't know if I'm gonna cut this out and everything, and then weld a new plate in there, like a battery tray. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, just sprayed it down with degreaser, and obviously we're using LA Totally Awesome because it is the best degreaser on the market. So I'm gonna spray this heavy, let it sit, and then clean it off, and then probably scuff it up a little bit and paint it. Alright guys, so that was the greaser, and I went over it with an SOS pad, and we just sprayed it down with the water hose. And I mean, it came out really good. I mean, so good. This degreaser is so good, guys. Look at it, was taking a paint off that thing. So I mean, that paint was probably cooked anyways, but it's all good because we're gonna be painting all this stuff. So yeah, frame cleaned up, all this around here cleaned up, looking good, looking good. Now hopefully there's enough sun to let it dry. But yeah, took the paint off, which doesn't really matter because we're gonna be painting this stuff anyways. I'm not going for a professional paint job, guys. Here we're gonna rattle can this thing. I had plans on what I had plans to do, like a baller bay and everything, but I looked up paint material, guys, and holy crap, has it gone up. So unfortunately that's not gonna happen. So we're just gonna rattle can this thing. So yeah. So we're gonna go get my Milwaukee air blower, blow this down to try and get the heavy water off of it, let the sun do the rest, as much sun as we do have. Not really much of it. Let it dry, and then we'll get some paint put down. Alright guys, so engine bay is all dry. So I'm gonna work on this area here, around here, stuff like that. I'm not touching this side yet, just because, like I said, I want to move the wiring and stuff, and I want to figure out what I'm gonna do on this. Probably cut this part out or something and build a new battery tray or whatever. So, and I don't want to like paint all this and clean this up, and then on your cutting and welding, splatter messes up everything. So I'm just gonna focus more like from right here and over, you know, around things, stuff like that. I want to go ahead and paint frame black, all that stuff too. So I got not a lot, but I got another can or two of this. So here's some red. I'm just gonna go ahead and see how she lays, you know. This wasn't much of a can. I'm just trying to get rid of what I can in this can. Okay, so we went ahead and, as you guys saw, painted everything red, and did a little few touch-up spots here and there. So, like I said, I'm not trying to make a showroom quality paint job on this thing. Just trying to throw some paint on it because it was just dirty looking and stuff. Trust me, I would love to pull this bay apart and fucking make it look like glass, but that's not what we're doing on this. It is just a drift build, so it's not a pro car or pro drift vehicle. once I get this tray here figured out, because this is the only rust this truck has, once I get something figured out for this, we'll go ahead and move all the wiring, like I said, and get this side painted. But for now, we got some black. We're gonna go ahead and do all the frame spots that I can reach with the black. And I'm gonna try and see if I can get the brake booster too, just to help it look a little bit better than that does right there. So let's give this thing a 2-minute shake and lay some paint. Alright guys, so we got the bay, come on, focus, the bay painted. Like I said, I'm not touching that side until I get the battery tray situated, and then I'll clean that side up and paint it, because I'm going to be cutting, grinding, and welding over there. Then I'll paint that side. But this is all here done, frame is done, the best that I want to get it from where I'm at, because once the engine's in I can't get none of this. But now what we're gonna do is, I got brand new engine mounts for the truck right here. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and slap these on there, and then those should be good once they're on the frame. Then we can get the engine ready to be put in. I gotta put the clutch on it still, but we're good, we're getting there. So yeah, she's gonna go ahead and slap the mounts on there. So let's get her did, baby. Yo! Alright guys, so fast forward the next day, and a lot of progress. I know we didn't record much, but it got dark and we were moving the engine over to the cherry picker so we could put it in the truck, and we're like, shit, we're here. And it was already like 8, almost 8 o'clock, so it was already starting to get dark. But check it out. The engine's in the truck.
She's bolted down. No
Transmission's
change.
bolted up. Mounts are bolted up. Starter's in.
Working on plugging it in.
So now we just gotta plug up the starter, put the filter on, a couple of vacuum lines and hoses and stuff, the wiring, and she should be good for the first fire up. I'm excited. I am gonna start the truck NA just to make sure everything is good before I slap the turbo on there. So, guys, my heart is beating. My heart is beating, but progress. We're making good progress. In this video, this truck will be started. So, hopefully, fingers crossed. So, yeah, we're just gonna keep buttoning up things, plugging up the starter, and then wiring and things like that. So, I'll update you guys. Alright guys, so I've been slowly on and off chipping away at trying to get this engine back together in the truck, but I'll work on it for a little bit. Rains, gotta stop, go inside for a little bit. Sun is out right now and it's not raining, so we're gonna get back at it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the hood off and show you guys where we're at right now. All right, so this is where we're at. We got pretty much everything ran. We got the oil catch can connected, all the vacuum lines. I got this fuel line I just got to tighten up. Then I can put this one on, tighten that one up, and then plug this in with a TPS. Throttle cable's connected, starter is connected, bolted up, everything. We got to do this right here will be for the oil pressure sensor, but I'm not running that since I'm going to be running the electronic one. And I got the feed here. I was going to use it, but it got in the way of the bracket for the motor mount, so I'm just going to go ahead and not use that. So we got to put a filter on this thing, a fuel line on it, connect the wires for the spark plugs, and throw the fluids and stuff in it and prime the key, and should be good to start. So let's get everything buttoned up, well, rest of the stuff buttoned up, and get to that point. Guys, filter is on. I'm going to put the first quart of oil in. This is not what I'm keeping in it. This is just what I would put in to kind of like break in the engine with the first start in oil. Just some cheap Walmart 20W50. Just so, you know, make sure everything's looking good. No leaking nowhere. And kind of flushes out the system a little bit with any material that's going to be in there from being rebuilt. So, yeah, kind of nervous, guys. This is the part where your heart starts to race, you know, when you're about to do the first start. I mean, we're still got a little more to put on, but I want to put oil in it so the oil can settle in there and make sure there's no leaks anywhere while I'm buttoning up the little stuff. Like, still got to put the spark plugs in, put the wires on, and we're going to go ahead and bolt on the turbo manifold, the turbo, and hook up the oil and feed line on it, just so that's all said and done, and I'm not worried about it leaking anywhere. But we're not going to be plumbing any of the turbo stuff. Like I said, no wastegate going to be on there. There's not going to be intercooler piping, none of that. Literally just a turbo manifold and oil lines. So let's go ahead and get the rest of this oil in here. All right, guys, so oil is in, like I said, all that. We're gonna go ahead and put these on here. Baby, if I don't drop everything, go ahead and get the new gasket slapped on here. I went ahead and put 2 new studs in it that I needed for it. And then from there, we can go ahead and slap on the turbo manifold. Oh, this thing is heavy. So let's see how it looks. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, we know how it looks. I mean, we already did this, but not in the car. So this isn't easy to do one-handed, but we'll manage. There we go. Alrighty. So manifold's on. I'm gonna go ahead and get it all bolted down, and then get the turbo put on. I got to put the studs in here for it and all that, but let's go ahead and get this all put on. All right, guys, so battery's going in. Everything, cross our fingers, is on. That needs to be on, at least for the first start. Clearly we got to do the radiator and stuff like that, but for the most part, I think everything that needs to be on is on. Battery's on. All right, here you go. Hold this.
All right, well, she's got power.
Any fuel leak? No, sir.
No, back up, back up, back up.
Battery.
Yeah. Make sure that negative's tight.
We're gonna need some. All right, ready? Where are the kids?
He's right here.
All right, ready?
Some turboing that white truck.
Tight enough? It's as
No, it ain't tightened right now.
Thank you.
Come on.
Now KA24E-T, bitches. Whoa, there you go, guys. The engine's back in the hard body. Did the first start and everything on it. I know it sounds rough. I know there's reasons for that. Obviously, we eliminated a lot of the EGR stuff and emission stuff. So there's a couple vacuum leaks. I plugged in a couple of them, and then it's really loud because of the manifold, the turbo manifold. The wastegate bolts on the bottom of it, and I didn't bolt the wastegate up because I'm gonna be building something to relocate it in a different position, so it's easier to get to adjust the boost on it and all that. If I got to change the springs or whatever, it's easier to access than it's sitting straight down into the engine mount. So that's why it sounded really loud. There's no coolant in it. IX deleted, and got rid of the butterflies in intake, ported intake, a bunch of different things, you know. So, and that was the first start. So it's gonna take some time for everything to do its thing. But we started up a few times after that, just because why not? And it's starting to idle a lot smoother. So everything's good. No noises that we can hear of. It's revving up nice, idling. I mean, it's got the rough, like the Honda rev, you know, where it's whoa, whoa, whoa. Because of the IX, got to keep it on throttle a little bit until it gets a little warmed up because of IX being deleted. But for the most part, it's good. I mean, engine is solid. It started right up first try. You guys saw it in the video. But now we got to work on downpipe, intercooler piping, wastegate stuff like that, getting the rest of the turbo stuff plumbed. Then once that's done, go ahead and button up the front end, put the radiator in it, the intercooler, all that stuff. So that'll be coming soon, guys. So if you guys are excited for the D21 build, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're not yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And you guys can always unsubscribe later if you don't like it. So we're over 5,100 subscribers and climbing, guys. So keep showing that love. I appreciate it. And we're going to have some merch coming out soon for something that's going to be special with this D21. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing and continuing to come back and watch these videos. So, that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. So, please like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification button so you all get notified when we post. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the D21. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out and God bless.